Hey guys, this is Eve with Scrapbooking with Me, and I thought we would do this board today. I need to use it at the open house for Maymay this Saturday, so I'm going to go ahead and do this one. Now I'm going to put on here Merry Christmas from this transfer. Let's see, this one is just called Merry Christmas. So I'm going to show you from start to finish how I cut these out. I may fast forward a few pieces, but how I trim these out, and then how I stir up my paste and that kind of thing. But now this is not chalk. This is not a chalk, so I can't wash this off once Christmas is over with. And if I want to use this again, what I will do is I'll take my paint, chalkboard paint or whatever, and I'll paint over this. If it doesn't wash off, which I don't think it will, because this is not a chalkboard, this is just wood. So I'll paint over it, and then I will put another sentiment on there. So you can do that if you want to change out your pieces. So let's go ahead and open this up, and then we'll trim this out. Now, I save all of my packaging, I save all of my backing, everything, because you can use these over and over again. And where the little white lines are between these, you just trim on those little white lines. And if you don't want to trim them out, I don't guess you have to, but in order to get this down in there, I'm going to have to trim it out. So there is one piece. I'll lay that over there. I don't think I'm going to use that. I don't know for sure yet. And then we'll trim this holly out. And if you don't get exactly on the line, it's not the end of the world, so don't worry about that. And then we're going to trim across here. Now, usually I take it over to my other table and I use my rotary blade to trim this out, but I just wanted to show you on this how I trim them out. If you don't have a rotary blade, you can use your scissors. So there's all of the pieces trimmed out. Now, since I want my Christmas to go there and I want that Merry to go down in there, I'm going to need to cut that Merry off too, even though it doesn't have a line, because I want to be able to sink it down in there, and I think it will fit. I really do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here and I'm going to trim just as far away from each one as I can, cutting them like that. So see, that's going to go there. This one's going to go down at the bottom. So let me pick that up, and that will go. Let's see. And I really think that's going to fit right there at the top. It's going to be right at the top of that T. And I don't think I'll have to trim any of this off, because once I take this backing off, that's going to fold in that curve pretty well. So we're just going to leave that. All right, the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to take this off of the backing sheet, and I'm just going to put it on my shirt to fuzz it a little bit. And I use, if you don't have fingernails like I don't, I use my tool here to pull that corner up. And when you're pulling these off, just pull them off carefully. You don't want to stretch them. And then I just lay it on my shirt. I know you can't see that, but I just lay it across my shirt. Let's see, there we go. Ooh. Then lay this down, and I lay mine face up where that shiny side, because that's where you're going to put your transfer back on. Don't put it on this side. If you do, it's going to stick and it's going to be hard to get off of there. All right, let's go ahead and lay that aside and stir up our paste. Okay, this is candy apple. And this is what we're going to do the sign in, and I may use one of those hollies. I don't know if I'll have room. If I don't have room, I won't. This is just a little spoon type thing. I got some of these off of Amazon. It's just a plastic type spoon. So you need to stir it up, and it needs to be kind of the consistency of yogurt. And just make sure there are no little clumps or anything in there. Usually they're not, but I just kind of go over it and make sure. Then you want to rake as much of that back in there as you can. You don't want to waste it. And let me get a towel to lay this on. Okay, I'll bring our board back in here. And then take our Christmas off of my shirt. One thing about it, you put it on your shirt, you don't ever lose it. And then we're just going to kind of center it up the best way we can and put it all the way down to the bottom. I think that'll work. About 2 fingers on both sides. And then I use my little Cricut, I guess this is a little spatula-like thing, and I just start working from the center out, pressing it down, making sure I've got no bubbles. You don't want any bubbles. And then I also go over it with my finger just so that I can feel and see if there's any places that it's raised up. Now you need to always have a little pan of water nearby or sink or something. I just use these little aluminum pans, and I put my water in there because my sink is in the other room, so I just do this until I have time to go in there and wash everything up. So just set that to the side. You're going to use your little spatula, and we have 2 different spatulas. This one goes long ways. It's got the little thin part down here, and then this one is long like this. So I'll use this one to get it out of there, and I may come back with this one later. We'll see. So we're going to dip a good amount on here. Don't drip it like I do. Now if you have a big piece, it's better to start out with a little bit extra and make a thick paste on there rather than putting a thin layer. Just makes it a little bit easier and it doesn't dry as quick. And be very careful at the edges so that you don't go over. Since we did trim that off. And then what we're going to do is just scrape that off, the excess, and put it right back in our jar. Okay, I've dropped those over in the water. And when you start lifting this up, you want to lift it from the corners. You don't want to lift it just from one edge. Kind of pull it all up at the same time so you don't stretch it. There we go. Now I'm going to let this dry just a little bit before I try to put our Mary on there. So I think I'm actually going to use this. See what this one is. This is evergreen to do the Mary. I was going to use the red, but I don't think I'm going to. And if you do open these up and they're dried out a little bit, just use a little bit of water. Put a little bit of water in there. It'll fix it right up for you. So let's open this one up, and don't open them over your project because as you can see, all these little giblets, as I call them, they get all over the place. So don't open it over your project. I'll put a link to these little spoons and things in the description below. Now let's get the Mary in here. I put it on my shirt a couple of times, and now let's see where we can put it. We could put it right up here. All right, let's press that down. See, I've just curled that up and left that on there. It won't hurt it. And then I'm actually going to use what's on my spoon, I think. Now this is a little bit thicker than the red. I've had it a while longer and I haven't put any water in it. So it's a little bit thicker than the red, but sometimes I like it a little bit thicker. That red was a little bit runny. And I'm just using this little tool. It's a little spatula type scraping thing. And it's real hard in the center so it doesn't collapse on you. So see, I put a good amount on there, and now I'm going to scrape it off. You don't want to leave that much on there. Someone yesterday asked me what the difference was in this and just using a regular stencil. This is more like a screen print. It puts just a small amount of ink or chalk on your project, whereas a stencil, you get uneven layers and it can put way too much on your project. But this one puts just the right amount. It's all level, as long as you scrape some of that excess back off. And you can do this on shirts, and it's just like your own screen printing. You do not have to have a screen print machine to do this. So let's pull this up. Look at that. Cute. Put it in your water upside down. So you want to put the part that you just inked into the water first. Oh, I like that. Isn't that pretty? Okay, I think I'm going to try to put some of these in the corner over here. And you can see that one runs up into the wall. I'm just going to put it right up to the edge and let that be it on there. And you can tape some of these off if you just wanted to put a little, one little strand or something on there. You can tape them off. But I think that's what we're going to do right there. Okay, we're going to go in with that same green. Okay, then we're going to do our little berries here. Do those in red. And now let's pull that up. There we go. Cute. I like it, I like it. I got just a tiny bit right there. And I'm just gonna wipe that off. It's still got a little bit of water on there, so there we go. That's gone. Oh, that's cute. Alright guys, that is the tutorial today. This will be another project that we'll be taking to the open house at Maymay's this Saturday. So I hope you'll join us down there if you can. But that's just how easy it is to make you a beautiful wall hanging. And all of this will be completely dry in just a few minutes and ready to go on the wall. Okay, I will put all the links below, and we will talk to you guys later. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and when that little bell pops up, click that bell so that you'll be notified when we put up a new video. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.